Question forms. Question forms. In English, there are two basic types of a question. Two basic types of a question. Number one, yes or no question. Number two, WH question. Okay? Yes or no question often begin with the verb to be, but can also begin with other auxiliary verbs. yes or no question نسأل بالauxiliary verbs يعني بالأفعال المساعدة. والأفعال المساعدة عادة تكون أفعال be, is, are, am, was, were أو verb to do مثل does, do, did, verb to have, has, had, and modal verbs like shall, will, should. Okay, for example, are you hungry? Yes, I am starving. Okay, when we ask an auxiliary verb, we have to answer yes or no. We have to answer yes or no. يعني إذا بدأ السؤال بالauxiliary verb تكون الإجابة ب yes or no. Are you hungry? Yes, I'm starving. Yes, I'm starving. Or I can say yes, I am. No, I'm not. Did you get here on time? Did you get here on time? No, I missed the bus. No, I missed the bus. Or I can say, no, I didn't. Yes, I did. Okay? When we ask an auxiliary verb, we have to answer yes or no. Yes or no. Okay? Another type of questions that we use WH questions. WH questions start with a question word, such as who, what, where, when, why, or how. We ask this type of question when we want different kinds of information. نسأل WH question عندما نحتاج إلى معلومات مختلفة أو معلومات إضافية. Okay, these questions can't be answered with a yes or no. When we use WH questions, we can't answer yes or no. عند السؤال WH question لا يمكن الإجابة ب yes or no. تكون إجابة خاطئة. Like, why are you so hungry? Why are you so hungry? I didn't eat breakfast. When did you get here? About half an hour ago. Okay? Yes and no question that began with the verb to be or another auxiliary verb, and the form will be auxiliary verb plus subject plus verb, okay, plus question mark, and the answer will be yes or no. A WH question that will be WH question plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb and complete وتكملة الجملة إن وجدت. إذن كيفية تكوين السؤال بالauxiliary verb إذا كان هو أداة الاستفهام يكون بمعنى هل، وتكون الإجابة على السؤال بيس أو نو، فراح يجي الauxiliary verb بالبداية، الفعل المساعد بالبداية، بعد ذلك الفاعل، بعد ذلك الفعل الرئيسي وتكملة الجملة إن وجدت. أما إذا بدأ السؤال بإحدى أدوات الاستفهام تكون أداة الاستفهام plus auxiliary verb يعني فعل مساعد plus subject plus main verb وتكملة الجملة إن وجدت. like why are you so hungry? I didn't eat breakfast. Okay. WH questions can be used to ask about the subject or object. WH questions can ask about subject or object. ممكن أنه نسأل بها عن الفاعل أو عن المفعول به. Like this, compare these questions. Who loves Lucy? Who loves Lucy? Another question, who does Lucy love? Who does Lucy love? The difference between two questions, both questions, the difference between both questions, the first one asks about subject. The first one asks about subject. The second one asks about object. Ask about object. في السؤال الأول كان السؤال كنا نسأل عن الفاعل. كنا نسأل عن الفاعل. أما في السؤال الثاني فكان السؤال على المفعول به. فكان السؤال على المفعول به. مثلا أريد الإجابة على هذا السؤال. Who loves Lucy? أحمد loves Lucy. أحمد loves Lucy. Who does Lucy love? يعني من تحب لوسي؟ Lucy loves أحمد. Lucy loves أحمد. ففي هيج حالة السؤال الأول كان عن الفاعل والسؤال الثاني كان عن المفعول به. يعني the first question ask about subject, the second question ask about object. Okay? For subject questions, the order is a question word, verb, object. السؤال الذي يسأل عن السبجكت يكون ترتيبه question word, verb, object. Question word, verb, object. For example, who wants ice cream for dessert? Who wants ice cream for dessert? Who broke the mirror in the dining room? Who broke the mirror in the dining room? Who answered the phone? Who answered the phone? The object question form. للسؤال عن الobject question form يعني السؤال عن المفعول به يكون ترتيب السؤال like that. Question word plus auxiliary. Question word plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb. يعني أداة السؤال زائدا الفعل المساعد زائدا الفاعل والفعل الرئيسي. وتكملة الجملة إن وجدت. For example, what did you do at the weekend? What did you do at the weekend? Where does your brother work? Where does your brother work? Take notes. Asking a question with how. The question يعني السؤال بهاو. The question word how is usually combined with other words when we asking for information such as size or someone's age or the price of something. A question word ممكن أنه ندمجها مع كلمة ثانية عند السؤال عن حجم شيء ما أو عمر شخص ما أو سعر شيء ما. Like, how big is your apartment? How big is your apartment? Here we ask about size. هنا نسأل عن size فقلنا how big. Another example, how old are your children now? How old are your children now? Here we ask about age. Last example, how much is the black dress in the window? How much is the black dress in the window? Okay, here we ask about price. Thank you very much.